Hey guys, this is Prelims. I'm back with Game 2 between EG and DK in the preliminary games of the International 2 tournament. Be sure to check out Game 1 before watching this though. Hurry before I give away any spoilers. Let's see if EG can pull a point out or if DK is going to make a 2-0 steal. There's not much to say about this first blood, except what an amazing block by Long DD. DK executed this gank perfectly and gave Burning the kill. On the bottom lane, EG struck back by ganging up on Windrunner. It evened up the score and gave EG's carry his own kill. Now, Long DD didn't just get lucky on his last fissure. As we can see here, this guy's just really freaking awesome at aiming his skills, and he gave Burning another kill. Even though it's not nighttime, Demon made an executive decision to hunt down some DK heroes. Super ventured out a bit too far and paid a deadly price for it. AG thought they could get another kill on ROTK, but their plan quickly backfired. DK were promptly on top of their TPs and only ever used them to defend towers or support allies, so they had them readily available. EG rallied most of their troops together to take down their largest threat. It's kinda strange that Burning didn't react in time to use his waveform to get to safety, but after Demon got in there with silence, it was much too late for that. Zippo and Long DD and Super didn't have TPs, surprisingly. Despite that, they at least made it up a little by taking down Milk. In addition to both teams getting a kill, they also exchanged tier 1 towers. The DK support heroes caught Fear out in the woods alone, completely naked without his ultimate. A nice combo of skills meant a very dead wolf. 21 minutes in, we finally got to see some 5-on-5 fights. DK completely surrounded EG and split their heroes up, with the fragile support heroes separated from their tanky counterparts. But part of EG did manage to barely take out Super while only losing Universe. Demon and Fear gave chase to DK's own support heroes, but Fear backed up while Night Stalker continued his hunt. Ultimately, it led to Demon's death. DK pounded on the tier 2 tower on bottom, and EG knew they couldn't engage in any more head-on fights, so they were forced to sacrifice it. In return, Milk and Boba tried to take the top tower, but once again DK were quick on the TPs. Milk really wanted to save his buddy with Wisp, but they were sadly forced apart from each other. Despite the cute little hiding place Milk took refuge in, it just wasn't cunning enough to fool Burning and the rest of DK. With EG 2 heroes short, they were forced to hand another tower to DK, who took it and ran. Afterward, DK hit Roshan up for an Aegis. Although EG knew they were doing it, there was nothing they could do since Lycan was so far away from the pit. Man, DK has such a huge advantage at this point. EG were waiting for Lycan to finish BKB before they engaged in any more team fights. However, with Aegis and a nice collection of farm heroes, DK were able to rack up 2 more towers before Lycan showed up. DK were like, hey, Windrunner, get out there and flaunt yourself. Windrunner, of course, was like, okay. Well, EG kinda fell for the bait. I mean, they looked kinda hesitant, like a man pulling up to a hooker, but he was suspicious that it might be a cop. But in the end, EG's curiosity got them into a bad spot, and DK rejoiced as they successfully forced the EG into a team fight out of their desired positioning. Despite that, they managed to pick off a few heroes, and didn't allow ES to ult. But really, this was a huge win for DK here, and I do mean huge. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. With 4 heroes dead for EG, DK completely ravaged their base, taking all 4 Raxes and ultimately the game. I say ultimately because even though it was clearly over, EG tried one last time to put up a fight. After all, it was a $1 million tournament. So DK took the match again and left EG 0 and 2. DK just had really solid play, and they were able to read every one of EG's plays and overall their entire strategy. Of course, I was rooting for EG, but I am by no means disappointed in their performance for this set, because DK is a very, very tough opponent. Well, I didn't have a favorite this week, as it's sometimes hard to find both a favorite play and a funny mishap or blunder, so this time I sort of combined them into one, cause this would have been my favorite by far. Until next time, my fellow gamers, I'm Prelims, and here's your Thunder Blunder.
are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.